Hey everyone, it's Life and Vibe, otherwise known as Ray, and I wanted to catch everybody up today on the offended outcast, otherwise known as Raymond George Kreps. And as you know, he had a very popular channel here on YouTube and had gone up to over 171,000 subscribers. Then he went down to 168 when it came to be known that he was an SO and a child SO and his other felony crimes. And he came out a couple of times with videos trying to clarify the situation, trying to blame commentator channels such as myself showing public records, and trying to just make him seem like he was the victim in a crime that he definitely was the perpetrator. And what has transpired is Raymond went and privated all of his videos on YouTube because obviously having to delete a channel would mean that he would actually be somebody who is having no chance to get his monetization. And he wanted to make sure probably to finish out July, even if the videos were private, and make sure to get his AdSense come August the 1st. But one place it seems that Raymond will not be getting his money from is Buy Me a Coffee. And so let me make me a little bit smaller and let me share this information, because last time we checked, he was still offering and monthly memberships to his community through Buy Me a Coffee, and he was getting donations. Now, we had obviously some recent donations. The dates, I'm not sure, but these would be within the last 90 days. Not trying to dox people. Not too sure when this was given. Somebody became an anonymous supporter. Usually that's a $5 donation. Obviously, people thinking he was doing well. Obviously, talking about, how they feel, kind of aligned with him. Somebody else was telling him he could have a beer instead. And he said, thanks, you're right. Which is just interesting to see him here. And then obviously I just had a lot of donations coming through this channel. People thinking that he was this lonely, good Christian man. But Buy Me a Coffee has seemingly done the right thing. I do not know if there has been enough things that have happened, that enough people reported, people found, obviously Buy Me a Coffee, I guess people did, and thank you for all of those who did take the time to do that and let them know, because it's stopping people who are unaware, or maybe they just, need, or vulnerable people who are thinking this is, somebody who's a good person who's changed himself around, and still, wanting to donate. So I want to give Buy Me a Coffee props for saying, please do not donate to this page. It's one of these posts on here. There is no longer a monthly support being offered. This account is being terminated, is what is being stated here on July 20th, 2026. So it seems that this is what they basically state. There is no homepage. There is no, banner. Let's see if we come over here to his page. There really is nothing except, some previous posts that were made, from supporters, but nothing from him. And so it's gone. So he is no longer being able to milk and bilk people through Buy Me a Coffee. So I want to congratulate Buy Me a Coffee for doing that. So just to remind everybody, and obviously we're hiding any important details, Ray is on a registry. He has updated his details. He is not happy with me making commentary around him. He's been definitely trying to get videos of mine at least edited, doesn't want addresses shown. So we're going to make sure we don't show anything here. So here we go. Addresses blocked out here. Didn't want this to be shown, which is the National Registry. Obviously his name is picture. These are all public things, but I'm hiding his personal address. Again, probably doesn't want his things related to anything in Wisconsin being known, especially since it's come to pass that Raymond Kreps is connected to the charity Check-A-Vet, and their tax records are Form 990s. These are public records. If anybody happens to be residing at the corporate headquarters of Check-A-Vet, that is where the corporate headquarters are listed. So that is public information. There is definitely some interesting things as far as the property being changed to a non-profit headquarters, and therefore the amount of tax that's being paid annually to the town of Murray, Kentucky, because of that, it's definitely decreased. And the charity has certainly also paid a lot of money in occupancy to whoever is the owner of that Murray, Kentucky address, which I have a feeling is Michael Carmichael. So he is certainly paying little to no property tax. And it seems that the charity is actually somewhat renting, purchasing the property, because it seems like more than sometimes 60% of the charity's monies are going to occupancy and not actually going to their programs. And it should be the other way around, that most of the money is going to the programs and not as much money is going to the other things. So there's definitely some odd things going on. But since we know that Raymond George Kreps was charged with felony forgery and uttering in 1999 here in Wisconsin, then obviously he is the keeper of the records of Check-A-Vet. I am not surprised. There are some potential discrepancies, in my opinion. Again, this is just to show the case. So he was given originally, so I go back, 8 counts. And he did obviously get a felony C, guilty forgery and uttering in 1999. And he this is some of the details here. I'll go back a little bit earlier on the case just to bring it from the beginning. So here it started in 1999. He initially had a $3,000 bond made, a lot of different proceedings and discoveries that went on, lots of different plea deals. We know our friend Raymond is a fan of a plea deal. And then obviously the judgments and the convictions, 8 counts originally. The 8 counts went down to just the 1 count, of which he pled guilty for. And so that seems to be kind of, Raymond's MO is to kind of plead guilty on these things. But just want to say one more time, I want to thank Buy Me a Coffee for actually taking the time to make sure that Raymond is not able to actually gain anything through that. So YouTube, though, his account is only private. So any of the monies that he earned last month, he will be making. So there you go. But yeah, I have had some odd things happening as far as like suddenly just, I feel like he definitely wants anything that I've said not shown. But let me make sure that I do share, obviously, the one thing that he does want everyone to make sure that he knew, obviously, which was his military service, because obviously that is important to Ray, is that he obviously did serve in the military. So let me make sure that we do get that shared real fast. I did have that updated. I think, is that it? I can't. Is this it? Let me just double check. Is this the one? Oh no, that's where he was. His background check, just showing where he was living at the time. There, because he's hidden this now, so you won't actually find any of that anywhere at all. But he did serve 2 years in the military. But all of this stuff on the public records now, you're not going to find any of it. Raymond's hiding it absolutely everywhere. All of the information I showed today is information he doesn't really want me sharing either, which is why I shared it. If you did get this far, leave me a cup of coffee. Just thank Buy Me a Coffee for shutting Ray's money down because he was getting a lot of money that way. And if you did want to donate to my Buy Me a Coffee, you can do that right there and help me with my mission in helping get people like Raymond Kreps from being able to profit when he has been convicted in on a registry. All right, guys, if you did also happen to like this content, leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. I do appreciate that. And make sure to hype it too. Leave me that cup of coffee emoji at the end if you got this far as well. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.